All right, we are here in the Masters Courtyard on Orcs Must Die 3, and we are going for that 5-skull ranking on Rift Lord difficulty. This level's a pain in the neck. It's not one of my favorites. It's one that I definitely struggled with, and once I kind of cracked the secret a little bit, I felt it was something that I'd love to share with all of you. So, you know this already. You can see it on the map. It's not a big surprise, really. We've got 3 doors. The one right in front of us, that's kind of our first wave. The second wave comes behind us over on the west side there. On the third wave, they come out of the east side. And what we're going to be doing here, because of course, to get that 5-skull ranking, we need to do things pretty quick. We need to take care of wave 1 and wave number 2, basically right at the door itself. After we do that, we'll jump down into the courtyard, and that's where we'll build sort of our final kill box here. So I play with the Wand of Dominion. I like the charge attack. I like the secondary attack that can mind control. I know is really useful. I also like playing with the ice trinket. I think for crowd control it's great. On this level there's a lot of fire monsters too, so I think that ice damage really helps out. I also have the mana potion trinket so that when I run out of mana, well, I can just replenish it. Easy stuff. I've got the scroll, the Rift Scroll in here too, so if basically the Horde gets past my defenses, I can pop that real quick, let a few of them into the Rift, and it's not going to reduce my score at all. I got some archers in here that I'll use down at the bottom. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Up top, the primary goal, at least for round 1, is going to be setting up that kill box. Actually, I'm going to scoot it one more over like that. Setting up the kill box to sort of funnel them over this way. From there, we can set up a grinder. We'll obviously set up a tar pit as well. And if it comes down to it, if we have enough money, we have enough time, or if things are just getting a little bit dicey, what I might also do is add just another grinder right there for this first round. But we're only going to set up this kill trap for the first round, and then we're going to move on. Once that first round is over, ideally we've kept everything contained right in this space, and I'm not going to really hesitate in terms of popping my mana potion. I just want to make sure everything stays here and I don't end up killing this this first wave down here, because obviously that's going to make it a little bit more tricky as I try to sell everything in the 3 seconds that I have. So, wave 1 ends, we quickly go through and sell everything. Don't forget that one. And then what we're going to do is run over here to wave number 2, where we'll basically set up the same kind of kill trap. Basically 2 barricades, some grinders. We're going to do, obviously, our tar. Probably add a grinder here, maybe some tar in this area, and that'll be how we handle the second wave. First wave, in my opinion, is much more challenging than the second wave, so it should be pretty easy once we get to this point in time. And really, the main success of this map is getting those first 2 waves done in a quick and concise way, without anyone sneaking by, causing problems down below. Once those first 2 waves are done, we obviously jump down here. We're going to have a little bit more money in front of us, and the goal is going to be to take our barricades and almost run the entire way across here. So we're going to end up putting 3 barricades right here to block off that side. We are going to head over to this side, do the same thing, just 3 barricades, block it off. Over here, we're going to set up those 4 barricades. This right here is going to be our kill box, or at least where it starts. Once that kill box begins, it's going to be grinder, grinder, grinder. Then we will end up taking our barricades kind of like this to funnel everything over this way. Obviously, things are going to run into this barricade, or this pillar, I should say, where we'll have another grinder and another grinder. The barricades from that point are going to continue to sort of snake along, getting us to basically like right about here. And if I have the money, or if things are getting really hectic, I could technically continue this whole thing down past yet another pillar. But I don't think it's going to come to that. I think we're going to have everything under control by the time we get to this pillar. Also, of course, on the other side of this, we want to make sure that our orcs and our hordes stay within this space, so we're going to block off that side. Should be pretty easy. Other things to note for this mission: we don't have any ceilings, so most of what I have trap-wise relies on the ground. I have the poison plants, or whatever the heck they're called, that I can put down eventually to help me manage my crowd control a little bit. I have elven archers that I can put back here towards the rift and give me just a little bit of extra punch as the horde is coming in for those last couple of rounds. And also, if I get to it, I have some launchers that I can use to launch orcs into this big wall grinder. It should be an insta-kill for anything that gets launched into that space. So that's the game plan. That's my item loadout. Nothing too fancy or weird, but it should do the trick for us. So, with all of that out of the way, let's head back up to door number 1 and start getting everything set up for this first wave. So, got that. We've got our tar trap, and I think we are set. So, let's get this show on the road. Wave number 1 is all fire creatures also, which they're a little bit of a pain in the neck. And of course, the charge can send them flying. Not exactly what I planned on happening there, but we'll see. I'll just play catch up a little bit. Maybe less charges in this area. Pop my mana trinket. Keep that mana topped off.
Those are not quite as scary in books.
That's okay. I think I understand how to deal with the fire creatures now.
Careful. That Fire Lord will break into small, fast fire lords when he dies.
Lost a barricade or two. That's okay. Got a little bit of money. Sell. Good. Now we head over to door number 2. Boom, boom. Get that up. Get that. Get those. Cool, yeah. Definitely be under control here. Again, this side's not too tricky. We will eventually get armored ogres, not on this side or this wave, but eventually on the map. So, we'll want to kind of think about that. But, easy peasy. Ooh, almost missed that last one. Alright, and then it's just jump down here. Could have been a little bit more elegant, but all set up. And let's see, we're going to get another grinder right here. And we're going to start working on snaking that whole thing around. So this should be decent for wave number 3. This wave is just orcs, small ones at that for the most part, so shouldn't be too tricky. The one challenge, as you just saw there, is we do get some archers, so you'll want to pick them off when they start getting annoying. Obviously that one that's behind right now is, well, it's behind everything else, so gonna have a hard time with it. Alright, things getting a little hectic. Let's see if I can get this back under control real fast. All the orcs are at least going the way I wanted, which is useful, and until of course the ogre decides to launch everything in its way. But I think we're still good. I don't know why that orc didn't just kind of make a beeline for it, but we got lucky, we got it, so no big deal. I think I was just a little bit of bad luck with that weird ogre situation. And now our funnel is taking shape. We've got kind of the 3 grinders. We've got the pathway to the next little chunk, and we're working on our tar. Need some more, obviously, but not a bad start. This time I've got some fire dudes and orcs, so not the end of the world. I don't know how that guy just walked over or got killed. I don't know what that was. That was weird. Freaked me out a little bit. And with the Fire Lords and everything, they are going to obviously explode into their little firelings. They are going to damage our gates. And so occasionally we are going to need to sell and replace them just so that they stay at a decent health. This wave looks like we should be good. I'm low on mana, but I've got my trinket if needed. I guess I'll pop one off. Ooh, lordy, there we go. That's scary. We got it.
Here and here.
More enemies on the way.
Alright, grinder situation's looking good. Next we'll work on tar, and then we'll work on other fun stuff. Just to kind of speed up the process, up our damage, up our crowd control, everything else we need. So it looks like we've got orcs and probably ogres again, and fire dudes coming in from that first door.
Just your basic orc killing.
Trying to get rid of these ogres as fast as I can. Meant to do a tar trap there, but I guess that works too. Alright, let's clean that up a little bit. So tar, tar, tar.
More enemies on the way.
So now the path is good. We'll just finish up these barricades and keep plugging along. Wave 6. Let's keep it up.
It is my pleasure.
The mind control one of those armored orcs or armored ogres just to kind of keep them busy in the back there. Jeez, maybe that was a bad idea. That was intense. Okay, well maybe pro tip for this level is don't try to mind control the giant ogres in the middle of the fray, because then they just go all over the place, and then you're dealing with the spillage.
They don't seem more intimidating.
The barricade is under attack. They've destroyed the barricade.
All right, no pressure, no pressure. Just moderately terrifying, but that's okay.
More enemies on the way.
I need more points.
Got our archers. I'm still doing all right.
And after all these years, this is still very pleasing. Need more mana.
They're attacking a barricade. The barricade is down.
Big
All right, last wave. What I'm gonna do, I think, is just kind of pad. Yeah, I'm gonna pad that a little bit because that's a little janky looking.
placing traps.
And we'll just, you know what? Probably not gonna end up using the launchers. That's okay. We've got our archers in here now, and things are looking okay. That's also a little dangerous. Keep an eye on it. Obviously, the key here is just knowing the situation. We know those barricades are a little wobbly, so we'll adjust when needed. I think I could probably add 2 over there just to kind of keep them at bay.
Try and try and try.
Mana Trinket is back, so I should have everything I need on that front. And again, if things go really south, I've got the Rift Scroll too that I can use.
My mana is too low.
I think I'm going to start building those up before it becomes a big problem.
Only in your dreams.
Just in case. Mana's low, but there's not many dudes left. That's helpful.
We've destroyed a barricade.
There it goes. But we got it. Get rid of our ogre buddy. Extra mana.
The barricade is down.
And there we go.
I'm surprised. No.
And we got our dance. There we go. We got it. Dab. And we've got 5 skulls. Boom, 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 and boom. Not bad. So hopefully that helps. Let's see. What was our time on that? When we jump into the stats, par was 14:30. We did that in 11:13. So easy peasy. Really, it's just about getting those first 2 waves down at the door. Once those first 2 waves are done, we funnel everything down to the bottom. I had a couple of close calls there, but I had my backups, never had to use that scroll. I could have maybe tinkered with a couple of other traps because I didn't use the poison flowers, I didn't use the launchers. You know, there's some other stuff we can do. But, you know, with a pretty limited arsenal at our hands, we were able to take care of that level without too many problems. So with that, hopefully it was helpful, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheers.